Hello guys, welcome to Fumble Fever once again. In case anyone for some reason is unaware, there was a big, very major game yesterday. The College Football Playoff National Championship was held. The LSU Tigers took on Clemson. We already did a preview. This is going to be our recap. Final score of, 42 to 25? 42 to 25. If you watched that game, a lot closer than the score indicates, so hopefully people out there was able to watch it. If you weren't, that's what we're recapping it for you. Some quick thoughts to the game. For me, basically, all I really got from that entire game, and the only thing that I can really fathom to analyze, is that I'm not sure how you're thinking, but I'm not sure that Joe Burrow is human. Do you think he's human? I don't think he's human. This guy was flawless.
Yeah, he's acting like an NFL quarterback right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's a fifth-year senior from Ohio State and LSU, of course. But he's probably one of the best quarterbacks I've seen since I've been alive.
Yeah.
Coming out of college, at least.
I have to agree with that. Yeah. And most of that is due to his accuracy.
Yeah.
You know?
He set the record for accuracy. I think it's like 78.
It's in the high 70 percentile for accuracy, which is completely unheard of. This guy hardly ever throws interceptions.
I think he had 59 total touchdowns at the
end. Yep.
He broke the record for that.
After
over 6,000 yards.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it's just one of those things for Clemson. It's like, how do you stop that?
I know, and most people thought that Trevor Lawrence was going to be the difference maker. It turned around to be that Joe Burrow was the difference maker.
Right, well, if Trevor Lawrence would have played up to the same caliber that Joe Burrow was playing at, he probably would have been the difference maker. Because if you looked and you watched that game really closely, you could see that throughout the entire game, Clemson actually did a pretty good job on defense, especially at the start. They were confusing LSU. They were sending multiple looks, that exactly what they were supposed to do. It's just the fact that Joe Burrow, LSU, he reads defenses so well that there's not much that you can do. And then, of course, you got receivers.
One of the
like
best.
They have some of the best in the country, of course, and burning almost every time. Number 8, AJ Terrell.
He had like 200-something yards.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, just on him in one-on-one situations.
And Randy Moss's son was on the team too.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't know,
is a tight end for LSU and a very good one as well. They like to go to him down in the red zone, and that's where they like to pass it to him. And he got 2 touchdowns in that game. And
Joe Burrow, he had 6 touchdowns overall, 1 rushing and 5 throwing.
Yeah, that was
or 5 passing.
Exactly. That was one of the things, and one of the things that probably surprised me the most, or that stood out for me the most, was the fact that when you had the number one offense as far as, number one offense overall, but also number one in the red zone in LSU versus number one red zone defense in Clemson, 4 out of 4 times LSU won that battle, which I think surprised a lot of people, especially surprised Clemson and Brett Venables and everyone on that team.
I think you got to give credit to LSU's defense too.
Yes, they did.
It's way better than what I thought it was. I thought it was just below what Clemson was, but from what I saw, it was almost on par with Clemson.
Yeah, they were, and they were. As the game went on, especially in the second half, they were doing some of the same things to Clemson that Clemson was originally doing to LSU. So I thought that was a pretty big difference in that game. I mean, like I said, people that watch this game and really, really, truly watch this game knows that this was a pretty good game. It was fairly back and forth. Clemson had plenty of opportunities to have come away with a win, and just kind of squandered those opportunities.
They're late, it just got away with them because LSU, they could have scored about another 20 points if they wanted to.
If they wanted to, it felt like that free will. It felt like at the point where it got to the fourth quarter at about 11 minutes, I think Clemson finally was just like, I kind of give up because this is not happening. I mean, I'd say overall our keys to the game, LSU executed those flawlessly.
The only thing that they didn't do was get the ball to Hilaire, pretty much, because he didn't really touch the ball that much, other than in the late fourth and third quarter.
Problem is he didn't really have to.
Yeah,
and when it was time for him to in the late third, fourth quarter, he certainly did his job. I mean, to the max. They still had another chance to stop them, get a 3 and out, and get the ball back with enough time to come back from that lead when they were late into the fourth quarter, roughly 10 minutes to go. But he gets the ball first handoff, and it's a first down, and you just know at that point that it was going to be downhill. And I think Clemson fans in general, they knew that there was just no possible way that the comeback was happening, and thus the party began in New Orleans. But
and I don't know if you heard this, that Joe Brady's leaving their staff to go to Panthers as an offensive coordinator.
Okay, well that's actually breaking news to me. It's probably breaking news to y'all as well. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
He's a passing game coordinator.
Okay.
So he's the one that was pretty much teaching Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and I think
he
really was the difference maker in this season between what we saw in Joe Burrow last season to what we're seeing in Joe Burrow currently. And so that's actually pretty big news. And with the Panthers head coach and with Matt Rule, and now they are adding Joe Brady to that, my Panthers and your Panthers as well, because that's the only team that we agree on, is actually looking decent heading into the future. If this
and hopefully they can fix Cam Newton, hopefully, because his what you call it, his fundamentals aren't really up there as like they used to be. I feel like he's digressing from what he was.
Sure, and they're going to need a disciplinary coach that can handle Cam Newton as well and handle his personality. And I think they have that in Matt Rule, and we'll see how that goes. But they have a pretty big decision to make as to whether or not to keep Cam Newton, and I think they should probably do.
I think I'm agreeing with you. They should probably keep him at least one more year.
Right.
Give him time to heal, because I don't think he's been healthy for 2 years, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's a topic that we could certainly talk about, probably should talk about in another video. But to swing this NFL stuff back around, I can still tie in the NFL back to Joe Burrow, because I think with that game that he had last night, he should be the number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. I think he probably should be, if Cincinnati is smart about this, probably could be a Bengal. Should be a Bengal in the upcoming future, because I don't see any quarterback right now that I would take over Joe Burrow. And you have other candidates that are good, maybe even great, but Joe Burrow is next level. So
yeah, he's already NFL ready. He's definitely starting first game next year.
Definitely NFL ready. So a lot to look forward to for his future career. Not necessarily so sure whether or not LSU has so much to look forward to next year or not. We're going to see how LSU fares, and I have to look more into the offseason to make a prediction on their season. I think they'll still be up near the top, but I don't know if they'll get back to that national championship.
I feel like they can make it to the playoffs, but I don't see them winning it next year. Yeah, unless they get like a real big quarterback coming in or something.
Yeah, I feel that way as well. So we'll have to see some of the moves they make. But the other team that they're facing, Clemson, I feel fairly confident of how they're going to fare next season. I think they'll be right back in the mix, probably right back in the national championship race. I don't see anyone again that's going to take them down in the ACC, especially in the Atlantic right now. And then, of course, with Trevor Lawrence being his junior year, he obviously has to come back, and he has a chance to make a statement, make a run, and try to see if he can solidify his spot as possible number 1 overall draft pick going into the 2021 NFL draft. So we'll see how Clemson does as well. We'll make some predictions of that later on as the seasons go by. Sad to see the 150th year of college football over. It felt like it certainly flew by, but we still.
That's how it is every year.
It is, especially when you're as into it as we are, and as we know our viewers are.
But we do got recruiting to look forward to.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was just about to say. We have recruiting. We have a lot of off-season topics to cover.
Even though most of it ended on December, in the end of December.
They did get started early, especially with the early signing period, but still a lot of fun, interesting topics to cover, a lot of predictions to be made, and we will make those predictions as the videos come. We thank you, of course, for watching this and watching all of our videos.
And don't forget your punishment.
Of course. I was going to exit right out of this.
Oh yeah.
So, because of our little bet that we had
Mm-hmm.
in the previous video of our LSU and Clemson preview, I obviously chose Clemson, you chose LSU. We made a bet. We said the loser has to do a punishment. That would be me this time. So, what do I got?
I was going to do dog food, but then I took it easy on you. I'm going to do a dog treat instead.
All right, so here's the punishment. Angela, I'll probably held this to you, see if they can see that. Slightly small.
A little pepperoni treat.
This is a beef-flavored dog treat. I think it should be pretty good. I already have contact with a lawyer in case this harms me in some way. I'm hoping that's not the case, but here goes nothing, I guess. Have you tried them before?
No.
Okay.
It's really not that bad.
It doesn't smell that bad. I
Maybe
actually
I'll
heard.
It shouldn't be that bad.
I mean, I've heard that people have like eaten these and like get addicted to them and like
Like
keep
drywall
eating
and like a mattress. Have you seen that
My
one?
strange
Drywall,
addiction.
Yeah.
no, I have not seen that one, but I'll try to watch that episode.
No,
So,
I mean I haven't watched it. I just saw like a little clip of it. I can't remember where it was at, but
maybe this will be my new strange
Yeah.
addiction. If I do get addicted to these, please hold an intervention for me.
I'm good.
Oh man.
It's not that hard.
I-
Come on, Micah.
okay.
Is it green?
It's not that bad. No. Okay, now it's getting chewed up. It's
Yep.
getting worse. But it kind of tastes like pepperoni.
You want some water?
He's got his
I got
Pepsi.
50. Thank you guys for watching. It's getting worse.
Okay.
You tell them what to do.
Just hit the like button and leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Fumble Fever if you liked the video. Thank you.
Thank you.